Constitutional carry. The veto override fails in the Louisiana legislature, and that kind of rubs you the wrong way.
Yeah, you got your panties in a bunch?
Tell me why.
Constitutional carry is going to pass in Louisiana. This is going to happen. We're just going to have to get rid of that governor that's in the way right now. And so, once we get a Republican governor in, which I think is going to happen, it's not going to be an issue. The real issue, though, and let me back up. Constitutional carry, for those who don't know, just means that you don't have to ask for a government permission slip to carry a gun to protect yourself and your family. That's all it means. So the real issue was that several senators flipped their vote, having voted for constitutional carry, voted for the veto session, and then under pressure, it appears, from Governor John Bel Edwards, they flipped and changed their votes. And so, we've got freshman Senators Foyle, Bernard, and Connick, who may have just ensured that they're one-term senators.
It's interesting you say that, because on other topics, other issues pertaining to the veto override session, to the veto session, we had heard basically the same story, hadn't we, Aaron?
Absolutely. The same thing, that the governor was calling, his staff was calling and saying, if you're not with me, you're going to lose that bridge in your district.
Oh, yeah. No, we know that happened. We have firsthand knowledge of that. You wanted that off-ramp, you wanted that intersection, you wanted that project. Because in Louisiana, the governor has line item veto ability. He was not shy about it. He says, this is going to cost you $75 million in your district you're not going to get if you vote against me on this. So he went totally playing hardball. And look, we all know what's going on. Governor John Bel Edwards is looking for his next job. He wants to have a highly placed position somewhere in the Democratic Party, and his credentials will be polished a bit with the gun ban party by vetoing the bill that allows regular, ordinary people in Louisiana to defend themselves and their families. As crime gets worse, people are saying, I shouldn't have to pay $200 to $300 to get a permission slip to have a firearm to protect my family. And for these senators, Louisiana senators who voted for this, I think they are going to be surprised, shocked. And I'm already seeing money starting to flow in to work for possible recalls, but certainly to start the opposition effort when these senators have to run for re-election. The money is already coming in on this.
Make the case for me and others, your position for constitutional carry, based on the argument that maybe there should be licensing, maybe folks ought to be there should be mandatory training, etc.
Here's the thing. There's an awful lot of conjecture on the part of people who don't know the history. We have had, first of all, we have constitutional carry in 20 states. It's about to be 21. As of September 1, all the states that touch Louisiana will have constitutional carry: Texas, Arkansas, and Mississippi. We have a 245-year history, a track record of constitutional carry in the United States. Nowhere where it has been implemented have they had a commensurate increase in crime. So there's no issue. There's no downside to it. The only downside is that the state loses control and the state loses revenue by charging people to exercise their fundamental constitutional right. It is a fundamental right to be able to own a gun and to carry a gun. That is in the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. This would be like saying each person's going to have to get training and get a license and pay several $100s to exercise free speech. The First Amendment and the Second Amendment are absolutely equal. So the very idea that you would have to ask for government permission to exercise a right is anathema to freedom. Don't get me wrong. I think people should get training and should learn, how to handle the gun safely. But the track record is there for anybody to see. It just hasn't been a problem anywhere it's been passed. And we have September 1, we'll have 21 states. More than half the country geographically will have constitutional carry.